All right, happy Monday, party people. All right, so today I'm going to be going over a paradigm that I think is really helpful, and so essentially it's FAI, feelings, actions, identity, versus IAF, identity, actions, feelings. So how I start this is what is the most important thing that you can do today? And like I say, everyone's life or answer to that question is going to be different because your different jobs, roles, circumstances, where you live. I mean, that the 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 situation can be completely different depending on what's going on in your life, where you live, so on and so forth. But most of us really don't have a concrete answer to that question. What is the most important thing that you can do today? I don't know. Exist, survive. Like that's where most of us live, is in survival mode. Okay. We wake up and we start doing what we've always done because, well, it's what we've always done. Okay. And the end result of that is we have a tendency to live in a reactive state. Okay. Jumping from fire to fire, hoping and praying that we just survive the onslaught and that we can just make it in time to take a shower and go to bed. Maybe, watch Netflix for an hour or two at night, if we're being honest, like myself. Okay. And then some days are better than others. You get ahead, make progress to your goals, and you feel great. Yeah, I did something. I'm on track. Okay. But then just as quickly, something pops up. Okay. So in short, for most people, they feel like they're kind of caught in the middle. Okay. They're not they're not in the pits, but they haven't arrived where they want to be. They're just kind of caught in this never-ending cycle of being in the middle, right? And so when I was in eighth grade, that's exactly how I felt. Okay. I had just spent 4 years in Brazil, and we had returned to the States for about a year to visit friends and family before we were returning and going back to Brazil. And then in those 4 years, I had adapted to Brazilian culture quite well. Okay. I was 13, 14 years old. And in Brazil, I basically looked like I was a grown man. And that's how I was treated. That's how I was viewed. That's how I was seen. So that became kind of my identity. Okay. But when I returned to the States as an eighth grader, I felt lost and confused. Okay. How I viewed myself, my identity was not how others saw me or treated me. And I struggled a lot, and I let that dictate my actions, what I did, and how I felt. Okay. So when I went to school, my peers acted like eighth graders. Okay. They were strange. Oh, I misspelled that. And really awkward, like, and so unconfident. I like it. It was like it blew my mind. I was like, these people are so crazy, which is ironic because they're probably thinking the exact same thing of me. Like, whoa, this dude is really serious and kind of lame, and like, just chill, bro. But to me, they seem like children. I was used to being seen and respected like as an adult, right? And now I just was seen as this lowly, disgusting eighth grader, and honestly, maybe rightfully so. But I felt very much like I was what caught in the middle. I was right here. So the end result being my peers largely avoided me except for athletic events, like when I was on sports teams. Then I was magically like the popular kid because I've always excelled in that department. It's just one of those gifts that God gave me. The teachers and adults in my life also didn't know quite what to do with me because I acted, I say grown up here, but really because I acted strange to them. I wasn't the typical eighth grader. Okay. And so I felt lost. I won't even lie. And like I said earlier, I was caught in that middle. Okay. Because I'd already been set free, so to speak, from the awkward middle school years because what I went through, because I went through that while I was in Brazil and had found my path, so to speak. But I had not arrived. I was still lacking something or waiting for something else to happen so that I could arrive, okay, and be seen, if you will. And do you ever feel like that? Like you're caught in the middle. You look at your health and your fitness and your weight loss path and journey, and you see the positive changes, all right, and results that you have gotten, but you're still discontent with where you are in the middle. You're looking to the future, hoping to arrive at a good place. Okay. That brings you what? You're looking for what? Happiness and contentment. Okay. So in short, you're like my eighth grade self, right? You're you're in the middle, set free some things, but still waiting to arrive at your destination, which seems distant and far out of reach. Okay. And if that describes you, I think this is the key. And like I put here, it's FAI versus IAF. So the first one, feelings, actions, identity versus identity, actions, feelings. Almost everyone lives like this. The first one, feelings, actions, identity. So for most people, your feelings drive your actions, and that creates your identity. So what does that look like? Maybe you wake up, you look at your phone, okay, you see the kid's school or daycare is closed because of snow, COVID, whatever. That makes you upset, worried, frustrated. Because how in the world are you supposed to get your work done, make the deadline, / not go crazy? Okay. Those feelings, okay, what those that's how most people, that's how they live. They start with their feelings, force you to eat something quick and easy like McDonald's because it saves you time, or you DoorDash Chinese food because things are nuts at lunch. And then later in the evening, as you look at yourself in the mirror, you feel exhausted, tired, stressed, bloated, and your self-esteem, how you view yourself, your identity is at an all-time low. Okay. And why is that? It's because your feelings dictated what you did, your actions, and as a result, that's going to dictate how you view yourself, your identity. So what I want to do is encourage you to flip that script. Instead of living in a feelings, actions, identity world, I want you to live in an identity, actions, feelings world. Okay? So start your day remembering who you are. Start with your identity. Okay? You are a strong, confident, healthy man, woman. Okay? As such, you hear the closing, and your actions reflect who you are, not how you feel. Okay? That's key. You have a quick protein shake and get the kids and yourself ready, knowing today is going to be hard, but you have experienced this before and you can deal with it now. You feel calm and in control despite the monkey wrench. Okay. So you start with your identity. Your identity dictates your actions, and your actions dictate how you feel. So I hope you see how starting with I and letting that dictate your A makes you F better. Feel better. It sounds kind of dirty when I say it that way. But anyway, my hope is I hope you see that. So this is one of my favorite verses that I pray every single day, Deuteronomy 6:6. And it's love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength, or might, depending on which version you read. That is my identity, and that drives my actions, which impacts how I feel. Okay. So in short, start and remember who you are. Let that dictate what you do, and your feelings will be a byproduct. Okay. So in closing, I would encourage you to think about this. How can you love God completely, yourself correctly, and others compassionately? So basically, upward, inward, outward. Okay. There's a guy by the name of Derwin Gray who came up with that, and I think it's a great paradigm. So a couple of ideas to reflect on and think about. One, can you be faithful to the path you are on regarding your health and fitness? 2, can you intentionally spend time reflecting on your victories and coming up with ways to overcome obstacles instead of dwelling in defeat and despair, or this sense of being stuck in the middle? Okay. 3, can you act in a way that shows others compassion? All right. So I'm praying that you have an awesome and epic Monday. And as always, go be awesome.